Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss TCS NQT coding question which was asked on April 22nd. Okay, so the problem statement is count elements greater than the running average. You are given an array of integer scores. For each element in the array, compute the running average, which is the average of all elements from index 0 up to the current index. Your task is to count how many elements are strictly greater than the running average computed at their respective indices. So I will explain this information by explaining by showing the test cases. Okay, so we'll go to the input format. The first line contains an array and an integer n, sorry, the number of elements. Okay, the second line contains n space separated integers representing the scores. Okay, the output format print a single integer representing the count of elements strictly greater than the running average. Okay, if any element is greater than 0, print invalid input and terminate the program. If for example, if user enters 100, then it is an invalid input. Okay, like that. The all elements should be less than 100. Okay, it means that is two digits element. Let's move to the test case and understand how we can solve this question. So the input is 4. 4 is n value in 30, 50, 20, 70, or the n, n elements with space separated. This array name is scores. Okay, so the output is 3. Let's understand how we computed this 3. Okay, so index, we are running a loop on this array. At the 0th index the value is 30. Okay, and the sum is 30 only because the sum variable will be initiated with the 0, and therefore 0 plus 30 is 30. And the average, how we will calculate average, that is 30 divided by 1. How this one, how we should compute, that is the main, okay na, criteria. How will we compute the, okay na, that is divide by 1 means in the 0th iteration the sum, the element divided by the summation divided by the number of elements. No, average means sum divided by number of elements. Am I right? Yes. Then how will we compute this 30 divided by 1? How means it's indices. We have indices. No, 0 plus 1. We will give I plus 1. Okay, na? We will put average is equals to sum divided by this. Okay, na? I plus 1 we will give. Okay. So 30 divided by 1, here the sum will be 80. 80 divided by 1, 80 divided by 2, sorry, 1 plus 1 is 2 only, na, like that. Here 100 divided by 3, like that. Okay, na, second index, no, 2 plus 1 is 3, and the third index 3 plus 1 4. Okay, now 170 divided by 4, like that. Okay, we have computed the average sum divided by that number of elements also. And here we have to do the condition also. Here we found the average, that is 30 in the 0th iteration. Okay, the condition is 30. What is this 30? That is 30 is a value, this value. Okay, now this starting condition left hand side is 30, this 30 is value. Okay, the right hand side value is this average. Okay, is 30 greater than or equal to this 30? Is this value is greater than or equal to this average? Is this value is greater than or equal to this average? If it is yes, then if condition follows, then we have to increment the count by 1. Okay, and therefore the next value is 50. Okay, this value is 50 in the first iteration. So the sum is 80. Okay, 30 plus 50 is 80. 30 plus 80, 50, 80, and therefore 80. So we found the 80. 80 divided by what we have to do, 2, means this, from this first index we can found the 2. Okay, 80 by 2 is 40. So is this element value, is this 50 value is greater than 40? Yes, again we increment the count. Okay, I hope you guys understanding this. And the second iteration, the value is 20. Okay, so 80 plus 20 is 100. 100 divided by 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay, now 100 divided by 3 means 33.33. So 33 means the here now the value is 20. 20 is greater than or equal to 33.33? No. So here we should not count. See, this is the thing, the count is that much only, we should not count. And the for next thing, 100, no, 100, the next element is 70. 70, okay, now 70 plus 100 is 100 plus 70 is 170. 170 divided by 4 is 42.50. So here now the value is 70. 70 is greater than or equal to 42.50. Yes, again we have to increment the count 3. This count value we have returned in the output like that. Okay, now means we have printed. So I hope you guys understood this logic. So let's move towards the code and understand how we have written the code. So the Java code I have given here. So here I have written a main method and I have given a scanner class. Okay, here is the n value, here is the array, and therefore this is the two variables which I have declared and initialized, sum with 0 and count with a 0. The summation value is double. Okay, now the count value is 8. So while taking the input only, okay, now I have done the, okay, now logic also. I have written the logic. Instead of writing the logic in the another loop, you can write here only. If you want, if you get confused here, you can take the inputs first and again one more for loop you can run. Okay, now here I have written everything in one for loop only. You should understand this. See, I have taken the input. While taking the input only, array of I is I'm checking. If it is greater than 0, system dot 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 println invalid input and sc dot close. If you don't want this, you can remove this sc dot close and return. And therefore, the next thing is again, okay, now if it is less than 100, the if array of I, the input from the user, if it is less than 100, then we are we are incrementing this summation value, that is sum plus is equals to array of I, and therefore I am calculating the average also. Double average is equals to sum divided by I plus 1. Is this correct? I plus 1, which I told here while calculating the average, I told I plus 1. Okay, I will calculate the average also, and therefore this condition is very very important. Okay, now what is that condition means? This, if array of I is greater than or equal to average, then also we have to count. Okay, for the, okay, now I hope you guys understand this code. Okay, for first iteration the count will be incremented, for second iteration also count will be incremented, for the third iteration the count will not incremented. Okay, and for fourth iteration the count will increment. Okay, now this is easy logic, I hope. Okay, and therefore at last we have to print that count. Okay, now see dot close. If you want, you can write this or else you can skip this. Okay, let's move towards the IDE, and I have already written the code here and I have already run the code. Okay, so this is the same code which I copy pasted from that. Okay, now and let's, I have run the code. Let's take the input. Okay, what is the 4 30 50 20 70? Okay, I will give 4 30 50 20 and therefore 70. Okay, I will hit enter. See, we got the count value as 3. Okay, now we have printed the correct output as 3. So I hope if you guys understood this coding question. See, if you guys got this question in your TCS NQT, comment down in the comment section. And therefore I hope you guys understood this question, and it will help you in the further, if you are further in the next phase, if you get in if you are going to write the NQT exam. So that's it in this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.